I'm Dan Murphy, and you are watching a preview of the annual Sherborn Town Meeting, which will be taking place on Tuesday, April 24th at 7 p.m. There are a total of 24 articles on the warrant this year, so hopefully we'll be able to start promptly and get through it in one night. Here's a quick overview of the articles and what to expect. So Article 1 is to accept the various reports, fairly procedural. Article 2 deals with the fiscal year 2018 supplemental various line items, again, fairly procedural. Article 3 is to vote on the bond premium for capital projects. And I think that we'll get to the specifics of various capital items further on in later articles. Article 4 deals with unpaid bills. I think there is one unpaid bill currently on the warrant, which is town buildings. The Eversource police station is seeking $25,049.47. And again, the specifics of that can be discussed at the town meeting. Article 5 is cemetery improvements. Article 6 deals with revolving funds. Article 7 is OPEB trust fund. Article 8 is stabilization fund. All of these are fairly procedural, so I'm kind of rushing through them. Article 9 is the fiscal year 2019 omnibus budget. So that's going to obviously have a lot of discussion regarding what's exactly on that budget. And that is in conjunction with Article 10, which is the capital improvement plan, and has several line items for various departments and committees seeking funding, so we'll take a look at those. First up, we have the selectmen are seeking $25,000 for farm pond deck replacement. Next up, the fire department is seeking $450,000 for engine 6 replacement. That's their urban interface pumper. And they're also seeking $600,000 for engine 2 replacement, and that's their hose tender water supply pumper. So the specifics and how those numbers were reached will almost definitely be discussed at the town meeting. So for more information, I'm sure you can participate in that discussion then. CM&D is seeking a vehicle sweeper, which they estimate will cost $231,100. They are seeking some equipment as well, which includes modifications to the F550 truck from fiscal year 2018, so this is probably something that was discussed last year. They are seeking $35,000 for that, and they are seeking $98,600 for mobile and portable radios. Next up, the police department is also seeking $18,500 for portable radios. They're seeking $5,100 for taser-controlled devices, $9,400 for desktop computers, and $20,850 for emergency response. They are additionally seeking $60,000 for a police cruiser replacement. Back to the selectmen, they are seeking $400,000 for town buildings improvements, and the Sherborn School Committee is seeking $161,500 for Pine Hill School improvements. And the specifics of what they're looking for will probably be parts of a presentation at the town meeting, so you can get more information there if this is of interest to you. Article 11 is the Dover-Sherborn Regional School District capital. So this is discussing capital items for the school, and Sherborn's share of what they have to pay for the region. Article 12 is the use of free cash to pay for various items. Then Article 13 is amending bylaws regarding collections, and sort of the procedure of revoking permits that have been granted and are perhaps in violation or otherwise need to be revoked. So there's some language that you can read in the warrant about how this will be newly implemented in the Sherborn bylaws. Article 14 is a proposal to change the Board of Selectmen to the Select Board and rewriting various appearances in town laws referring to the Board of Selectmen as the Select Board. The specifics for why that's being discussed will be discussed at town meeting. Article 15 is to create language about removing elected financial officials and the procedure for that. Again, there's a lengthy description of what this bylaw will entail in the town warrant, and that should have been mailed to you, and you can read it and sort of hopefully gain some understanding, which again you can discuss at the town meeting as well. Article 16 and 17 are regarding new procedures regarding dog licenses. Article 16 specifically relates to penalties for not getting a license for your dog, and I believe you'll have to pay a fee or something if you don't have your dog registered by the 1st of March every year, or the first business day in March, when that day falls on a Saturday or Sunday. And then Article 17 relates to making sure that dogs are leashed or otherwise appropriately restrained in public areas. So we don't have dogs roaming the streets or anything like that. Then we get to Articles 18 through 22, which all deal with new zoning bylaws that there's been a lot of discussion at the town hall and planning board and selectmen's meetings regarding changes to zoning. So we kind of have to take each piece by piece as it relates to the town meeting procedure. So this might be a lengthy discussion. These may be somewhat lumped together this discussion may be somewhat lumped together as they're all somewhat similar, but certainly enough different that they need to warrant their own articles. So Article 18 specifically is the zoning accessory apartment, and I believe this is kind of just a general overview of how zoning is done. And then Article 19 gets to zoning for outdoor entertainment. There's been various articles throughout the years, as I'm sure many of you are aware, of what's permissible for the length and amplitude and duration of outdoor entertainment in various venues in the business area of Sherborn, and this seeks to make those zoning changes as part of zoning instead of it's been somewhat piecemeal before that, if I recall correctly. Article 20 deals with zoning for farm events. There's quite a bit of farmland in Sherborn, and how exactly that land is zoned is what this pertains to. Article 21 deals with photovoltaic facilities, so that's generally land that would be used for generating solar energy and solar power, and how that would be zoned. in Sherborn. And then Article 22 is the zoning for open space development. And this is just looking at the open space in Sherborn and what people may want to do with that space in terms of conservation or development or what have you. So that's the zoning articles there. Article 23 deals with the Governance Task Force number 2, and this is going to be a task force of, I believe, 8 Sherborn residents who are going to be looking at similar towns in Eastern Mass and see how they are governed, and come back and see if if there's anything to be learned from those communities that may be applicable to Sherborn. So that's what Article 23 is seeking. And then Article 24 pertains to electronic voting. Dover has implemented a system of electronic voting that generally makes their town meetings move a bit swifter, and it looks like Article 24 is looking to do the same, and hopefully move along town meetings so that they're a little bit faster, and we don't have to halt every time we go to a count vote or a ballot vote, when that can take 10-15 minutes sometimes, and electronic voting would speed that along considerably. So Article 24 is looking to see what options there are about that. So that's it for Sherborn. Again, hopefully we can get through in one night, and once again, the town meeting will be taking place Tuesday, April 24th, 2018, in the Linguist Commons Auditorium. That's right on the regional campus in Dover. The meeting should start at 7 p.m., but that's all contingent on reaching a quorum. So I hope many of you watching this will come to the meeting, participate in town government, help us reach quorum, and hopefully we can get through this in one night, and move on to next year. So thank you so much. Once again, I'm Dan Murphy, and you have been watching this preview of the upcoming Sherborn Town Meeting.